Like I said in my quarterfinal prediction of the Europa League, Thursday night football is where the real football is played. Bodø Glimt smashed Lazio. Is it though a missed opportunity for Bodø Glimt? Onana opens his mouth and pays for his crimes. We're going to break down all 4 games in the Europa League quarterfinal first leg. Bodø Glimt are a sensational story. What we have talked about numerous times on this channel. I remember covering them 3-4 years ago when they were doing a madness in the Conference League. Constantly missed opportunities in qualifying to the Champions League. That's kind of been the ultimate goal of this project under Knudsen. But now the Europa League, a semi-final appearance, is only 90 minutes away. And this game, if you don't watch this game, people, this should have been 5-6-0 for Bodø Glimt. They absolutely demolished Lazio. Demolished them. Like, yes, we could talk about the artificial turf, the weather. You know, there was the snowing going on in the morning in Bodø. It's in the freaking Arctic Circle, people. It's in all the way up north. But when the game started, sunny. You could have imagined it was Rome on a winter night and it's just cold. But Bodø Glimt showed out and that is probably their best performance. I know they beat Olympiacos 3-0. I know they've beaten AS Roma 6-1. This performance against a good Lazio team who are fighting for a Champions League spot in the Serie A, Bodø Glimt take a bow. I mean, this is a miraculous just accomplishment over and over again. And to do this against elite teams in Europe, they're not doing this against Jagiellonia or Celje in the Conference League. They're doing this to Olympiacos, Lazio, all of these top teams in Europe, and Berg in the midfield. Everything runs through Berg. If Berg is not in the midfield, this team don't function. He is the player who breaks the press, starts the counterattacks, just finds those passes to beat the defensive line or the midfield line. Berg is sensational in the midfield. Evjen also in the midfield. I mean, he is all over the field, just comfortable on the ball, technician. Jens Petter Hauge, I know he didn't have the greatest time with Eintracht Frankfurt, AC Milan, goes back to Bodø Glimt and he balled out. That assist he gave for the second goal, sensational. Saltness with both goals. I mean, the first goal from Bodø Glimt, the passing, the movement, combination play, it's just sensational to watch. That's why I tweeted out, Bodø Glimt, it is magical to watch this team play. Now, away from home, they have struggled big time in Europe. They've only got one away win all season in the Europa League, which was actually to Braga, who are a decent team as well. So for Lazio, I mean, they're kind of lucky that Mandas had some incredible saves and Bodø Glimt missed some opportunities. But Lazio is still in this tie. And I think they can overturn it and advance to the semifinal. Bodø Glimt, they're going to have a heroic defensive effort. So you're going to have to look at the guys like Heikin, Gundorsson, Bjørtuft. If they want to advance to the semifinal of a European competition, Bodø Glimt got to be defensively solid and counter-attacking wise. Jens Petter Hauge to Evjen, to Haug, to Blomberg. They got to have a great game. But no doubt, after this first leg, people are starting to realize about this magical story of Bodø Glimt. Now they got 90 minutes to conquer it and do it in Rome, a place they have been numerous times before. Maybe the dream is on. Lazio, they've been horrific the last couple of weeks. They got the derby this weekend. How is Lazio's mindset going to be in that second leg? I think for Bodø Glimt, this is the perfect opportunity to create history. Missed opportunity for Spurs here. They should have won this game 3-1, 4-1. I mean, Bergvall was pretty decent in this game. Madison with his chance creation, great assistant to Porto, who had a wonderful back heel, no look into the net. Ekitike showing up in the game in the first half, first 5 minutes. You thought, oh wow, this is going to be a long night for Spurs if Ekitike is able to find that space in behind and cut onto his right foot. Great finish from Ekitike. Vicario could do nothing about it. The second half, though, I mean, Spurs dominated the game. Yes, you know, Frankfurt had their opportunities as well. Götze at the back post, but that was all Spurs. Spurs should have won this game 3-1, 4-1. And that's why I don't understand. Okay, you can be critical of Ange in the Premier League. Yesterday, again, it just highlights these players need to step up. You could say, Spurs have a good team, which they do. They have a lot of good players. Lucas Barrival, obviously James Maddison, Bentancur, Couto Romero, Van de Ven, but it's just the forward line is not clinical. Brennan Johnson, Heung-min Son. Solanke yesterday, I don't know why they don't put crosses into Solanke. Solanke's just standing there and he's just doing nothing. It must be very frustrating for Solanke. But Spurs had so many good chances. Santos, who's in net because Kevin Trapp is injured, take a bow. Santos, I think he's only like 21, 22 years old. Great game from him. Subbing in for a very good goalkeeper in Kevin Trapp. Santos looked like he has been playing football for 10, 20 years with the experience and the saves he was making, especially in the last minute. I think it was on Van de Ven. Incredible save from Santos. Frankfurt, they're going to be happy with this result. They didn't play well. They're going back home. We know Frankfurt are a very good home team. That's why I think this is a massively missed opportunity for Spurs, because we know Spurs away from home in Europe also haven't been the greatest. Yeah, you can talk about they beat Hoffenheim 3-2. Hoffenheim are a terrible team this season. So Frankfurt, they got the edge. It's going to have to be a big effort for Spurs. And what do you do with the forward line? Who do you play in the front three? Because Son is not as clinical anymore. Brennan Johnson, yeah, he could score goals in the Premier League. Doesn't show up in the Europa League. And Solanke, I just feel bad for Solanke. I just don't think he gets the service he deserves. So that second leg is going to be fascinating to see what happens. And I'm kind of giving the edge here to Frankfurt. This is everything for Spurs. Next Thursday is the season finale. Let's see if they show up or not. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Who do you think will advance? Are you more confident in Spurs after this performance, or do you think Frankfurt are going to do the job next Thursday? Athletic Club missed opportunity. When Proper got the properly stupid red card. Like, what is this guy Proper doing in the center back role for Rangers? Stupid tackle to make in that situation. You don't need to make that challenge. He makes the challenge, red card, 13th minute. If you're Athletic Club, you're playing against 10 men for over 80 minutes because there was 12 minutes of added time. Athletic Club is so frustrating because now it's 3 straight 0-0s since the international break. Another missed penalty. Athletic Club have had 5 penalties this season, people. They've missed 4. 4. They've missed 4 penalties or is it the last 5 penalties? They've missed 4 of them. Don't give this team a penalty because they will miss. Rangers did what they had to do. They actually had some good opportunities in the first half with De Serres. Second half, I think they just realized, let's just take the 0-0 here and hope for a miracle in San Mamés, because we know San Mamés is a very difficult ground to go to. So I think Rangers, they'll be super happy about this result. Resolute defensively, kind of got lucky in times because Sanadi in the forward line just missed a golden opportunity in that second half for Athletic Club. So Rangers, they should be very happy. Good defensive performance. And if it goes to penalties, the second leg, I would kind of fancy Rangers in this tie. They did it against Fenerbahce. They clearly see that Athletic Club, I mean, these guys cannot finish anything from the penalty spot at the moment. So Rangers should be happy. For Athletic Club, I get it. They're a very good home side. San Mamés is a cathedral, right? It's a cathedral. But they have to improve these performances. It wasn't good against Villarreal. It wasn't good against Osasuna. And here against Rangers, you can see when this team has possession of the ball, they're just too chaotic with it. Second half, they were a little bit more calm in possession. But it's so frustrating to watch Inaki, Nico, Sunset. If Sunset doesn't have a good game, this team are just not fluid enough. Rangers, maybe they can do it, people. They're just showing so much fight, even through the adversity of Proper getting the red card. They showed the adversity. They got the 0-0. And San Mamés, wow. We're going to have a game here, people. If Rangers get an early lead in that game, I wonder how the crowd will react in Bilbao. And how do the players react? Are they just going to feel so much pressure? Because this is everything for Athletic Club. The final will be played in the San Mamés. So if you're Athletic Club, it's all on the line next Thursday. For Rangers, you got nothing to lose. Just play your game and see what happens. Rangers fans should be happy. I wonder how Athletic Club fans feel at the moment. Onana. We'll get to him in a moment. I thought this was a fantastic game. Really, like, you can see both teams are not the best of their capabilities. You know, Lyon are missing a couple players. Same thing with Manchester United. There's no Lisandro, so on and so on, no Diallo. But the game was entertaining. We got chances, defensive howlers, poor decision-making from both sides, especially Garnacho. Garnacho, again and again. I know he's young, and you can say that. He is just not Manchester United level. He isn't. The levels between Diallo and Garnacho is massive. It's like shopping at Whole Foods and then shopping at Walmart. Whole Foods is Diallo, Walmart is Garnacho. His decision-making is just poor. It's poor and poor. He cost him in the second half with that one counter-attack where Manchester United were a 3-on-2. If he puts in a good pass, Man United score. But the first half, you know, Thiago Almada scores from the free kick. We'll talk about the goalkeeper later. And then Yoro, Man United, did they play well in the first half? Not so much. I felt like Lyon were in the ascendancy. They were moving the ball well. Midfield-wise, they were just too open at times, Lyon. And that's kind of the tactics with Fonseca. This team can't defend, right? If you've been watching Lyon recently, they can't defend, but they can score because they got so many different goal scorers with Mikadotze, Thiago Almada, Cherki. The second half, I felt like Man United played a lot better. Bruno getting much more on the ball. When Bruno is creating like that, like the second goal, that cross into Xerxes, I was like, wow, Bruno, fantastic cross. Xerxes with the impact off the bench because Rasmus Højlund, you could just see he has no confidence. There is no confidence right now with Rasmus Højlund. Decision making, dribbling, shooting. It's really poor from Rasmus Højlund. I know Xerxes doesn't take always his opportunities when starting. Just give him a run of games if you're Amorim. Clearly, Xerxes right now has more confidence than Rasmus Højlund. Onana, who was talking before the game, and then you have to back your talk. I don't care. You can trash talk. We see it in the NBA, NFL, tennis. Players have some smack talk about them. But when they smack talk, you gotta perform. Onana smack talked and didn't perform. The Thiago Almada one, I think that's a little bit harsh maybe on him because it's such a good ball from Almada and there's two Lyon players who are going for the header. I think it's quite difficult for the goalkeeper. The second one though, the Cherki equalizer from Lacazette's shot, you have to just keep control of it, take the 2-1 lead, go back to Old Trafford and get the job done if you're Manchester United. And Onana spilt it straight into the path of Cherki. It's just poor from Onana, man. United are missing so many pieces within this team. Amorim is trying to do his best, but Amorim also has to take some criticism. Why you keep playing Onana? If he constantly makes mistakes and he gets rewarded with starts, this is what's going to happen. And Onana, he's going to be the one who gets the most criticism, and rightfully so because he was the one talking. And I don't care. You got to talk, but you got to perform. I thought Garnacho wasn't good enough. Casemiro, Ugarte, they did their best, but I think United need a better ball carrier in the midfield. That's why they need a Kobe Mainu in the double pivot, either next to a Ugarte or Casemiro. And for Lyon, like I said, he comes off the bench and misses chance after chance after chance, and I thought he was really poor. Mikadotze, he's trying to do all the nutmegs in the world, which is wonderful to see. Eye test-wise, you're like, wow, look at Mikadotze. Mikadotze, just be better on the ball. But it finishes 2-2. I feel like next week, again, is going to be a high-scoring affair. And I still think that Man United will get through in this tie. But it's going to be entertaining. And they're going to need a monster performance from Bruno. But next week at Old Trafford, fireworks, people. This is going to be an entertaining tie. And let's see if Onana is going to smack talk more before next week. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, people. Which 4 teams will advance to the semi-final of the Europa League? All 4 ties are still up for grabs. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Remember to follow me on all the socials. Join the Discord. The Discord was hot during the European nights. Have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. Till next time. Adios.